Got you, man. You talk about all your trials, your tribulations. You talk about Coach Jock Rivera, his workouts, his care for you and your physical element, and thinking about you in your 30s and stuff like that. What's one of the if you could say the top thing or number one thing that you learned from Coach Jock Rivera, what would it be that like still sticks with you today?
Honestly, really nothing on the court. I mean, Jock taught us a lot of stuff like off the court, just just life stuff and just like stuff about being a man and all that. And one of his favorite words was reciprocity. I'll never forget that word or whatever. But just kind of just what you put in, you get back or whatever, thing like that. And I don't know, like. I think like the big thing about Jock though was just that he showed that he cared, and that was what I needed, even in ways that I didn't realize or whatever, because he wasn't like an easy dude to play for, like be around or whatever, but like he definitely just showed that he cared though at the end of the day. And it wasn't necessarily about the way he delivered the message, but like what the message was. So I definitely take that from him.
For sure. Now, with all these different injuries and whatnot, you end up going to Central Connecticut State. I know you redshirted going into Central Connecticut State year one. Was that your plan going in? Did you kind of know that?
Nah, I didn't decide. I didn't decide to redshirt until like the beginning of November. Up until then, I had been trying to play, and it was just hard. Like I wasn't good all the time. Like I had good days, I had bad days. But I just went through that, and I knew about the red shirt thing or whatever. And I was like, this is my first time to make the right decision. Like get my body healthy or whatever, and then be the player that I think I could be or whatever. But also it was just, I guess, kind of how good I was at the time. Like I looked like I belonged there, and like I would have been like one of the best players there, like on the team, kind of thing. So I think that also kind of ruined a little bit the relationship between me and my coach, because I look healthy, or like I look like I could play and compete, but I'm choosing the red shirt. So like he ain't never really outright say it, kind of thing, but it was like, I'm soft, basically. Like he felt like, I wasn't trying to really push through this little bit of pain or whatever to play. But
nah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Screw that. They give you 5 years to do 4.
That's what I'm saying.
In the current climate, 6 years to do 5. Give me that. I'm using all of that, man, and I need to get healthy. What was your redshirt year like on and off the court?
Off the court, it was turn. Hey, I'm in college. Yo, man, listen. And like when you're a redshirt, like you don't travel.
Okay. Wow.
So they would go away, you know what I'm saying? 2 days sometimes, whatever. So I don't have workouts. I don't have nothing. I'm just a student.
Yeah.
Man, well, I used to be chilling. Man, I'm cool. But it used to be hard too sometimes, because Central's not like, it's not like one of those schools where, you got 24-hour gym access kind of thing or whatever. Like, you share the gym.
A gazillion GAs and managers.
Yeah, like, it ain't the most greatest setup or nothing. So, I couldn't always get into the gym. That was annoying. I was frustrated. And then, like, the PT stuff, once you get to a certain strength level in PT, you don't need it no more. Like, now it's time to go to strength training and all that. So, that's what I was trying to do. But it wasn't really anything set up like in place for me. So honestly, like my redshirt year was kind of wasted a little bit. Like I didn't really get better. I think like I got healthier, you know what I'm saying? I did get a little stronger or whatever, but the focus wasn't fully there. And then as far as like my own court like development, like it wasn't anything. Like I came back, I was still a high school player. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a 1 year removed. Now I'm like,
So now you're being prepared for your freshman season, like your actual playing season now, the following year. What are your expectations coming into that year? What are you expecting for yourself? How do you think your coach will utilize you? And how are you preparing for your actual first year playing collegiate basketball?
Well, my redshirt year, like I played a lot of guard and all that, so I'm expecting to basically play that position when I first started playing and stuff for real. I showed that I could handle the ball, like I could come on screens or whatever. So I hit shots, so like that's how I'm expecting to kind of come into the year and kind of play or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, I had a pretty good summer. I worked out pretty well, worked out hard. We had our summer workouts and all that. So it looked like, okay, we got a couple good pieces too, like transfers. It looks like, okay, I'm about to be a part of this and, we got a pretty good team. Like, all right, cool. And then just coming into the year, that wasn't really necessarily the case.
And you say that because pretty much like your role wasn't really all that, I guess you could say, valued.
Yeah. So I think that there was like some bitter feelings out there about me redshirting. We only won 6 games.
Yeah.
So like, that matters to coaches, obviously. Like, that's your job. That's your overall record or everything like that, which I'm not thinking about any of that anyway. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, I'm not necessarily thinking about the optics or, like, the perception.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm just like, well, and he had known that I was, hurt my senior year, so whatever. So I'm like, well, I'm about to take the time to get healthy. Then next year we're going to hit the ground running. You know what I mean? Cool. But I come in, we had a couple good transfers or whatever. One guy who was, like, our top player, Tyler, came in, and he basically did everything I did or whatever, but he was further along. Like, he was, like, better or whatever. I was a better shooter, but everything else, like, he basically kind of did. And he's, like, 6'5", 2 or whatever. So they used it as a, we don't need you, you know, kind of thing. And that's kind of how it was. So I was fighting that the whole time. And then I think I played, like, 12 minutes or something like that.
Yep.
I shot 38% from 3. That was good. I had a few games where I hit, like 3 threes or whatever like that. A few double-digit games. So I think I did kind of all right, kind of fighting through or whatever. But this is probably my first time since early on. Like, I'm not starting. I'm struggling to kind of be in the rotation or whatever. Like, I'm having to figure out the ways. Like, this is why, like, charges became a staple for me because one of the things was like, they was like, you don't play defense or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that was a hard thing too because I didn't really have that trouble in high school. And I didn't think about how, like, the athletic gap or whatever, but, like, even if somebody went past me in high school, I was athletic enough to recover and contest it kind of thing. And it's different in college too. Like, people faster, stronger, whatever.
Smarter.
But also, I don't know my body.
Yeah.
Like, I've been hurt so much and all that. Like, I don't even know my body's really capable of. Or, like, which way is better. Like, do I need to force him left because I can slide better that way versus him going right kind of thing. So, dealing with all that, whatever, but I decided to take charges. That kind of helped me be out there. That gave me value, you know what I'm saying, on the court. So, I was able to play more, and I had a couple of good games. I still had, like, 12 DNPs this year, like, coach decision. Like, he didn't play me.
Got you, man.